Welcome back to Story Time. I'm Eric. This week we have another story from Adventures into the Unknown, issue number 1 from the fall of 1949. This story is called The Living Ghost, and it was written by horror writer extraordinaire Frank Belknap Long, who was famous for writing horror stories in the pulp novels, and his collaborator on this story was a legend in the early days of comics, Fred Guardineer, The Living Ghost. Midnight, and on the wings of the wind comes terror. From the grave of the undead, it brings a strange, haunting story, the frightful tale of a savage spirit who hated all humanity. Beware, the living ghost is abroad. A switching tower. Now, who could that be this time of night? Knock, knock, knock. Huh. Holy smoke, what? Help! Help! Ha ha! Arg! Then, with the foul deed accomplished, now for my next move, a turn of the switch, and crash! Ha 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 ha! Shortly afterward, the Daily Bugle. Train wreck near Oak Station, and a switchman's been killed. Get down there on the double gale and see what gives. Hold page 1, Chief. I'll be back in a flash. Well, Tony Brand, the DA's special investigator. I smell gunpowder. A shooting, eh? Gail Leslie, the scoopless wonder. You're my favorite girl, but you're still a rotten detective. Look. Does this look like shooting? He's been strangled by someone of superhuman strength. Oh, that face. I'll remember it in my dreams. Better take off, Gail. This just isn't a woman's business. But don't worry, I'll land that killer. Just watch my smoke. You only think you'll land him, Tony. Didn't reckon with him striking again, did you? Scene, a local lover's lane. Golly, Jean, you're the cutest girl I ever knew. Wait, Ned, listen. Didn't you hear footsteps? What? Oh no! Ha ha! Help! Help! Stop! Wham! As the law investigates. I can't understand it. These tracks show that the car wasn't even in motion. They look as if some giant hand actually pushed it over the cliff. And I smell gunpowder again. Gunpowder, where it shouldn't be. Oh, stop it, Gail. You're talking nonsense again. Maybe, Tony. More gunpowder. And another crime which doesn't make sense. It almost looks like evil for the sake of evil alone. Oh gosh, it couldn't be. It sounds crazy. But maybe that smell isn't gunpowder. Maybe it's brimstone. You are crazy. Next thing you'll be trying to tell me is that the devil himself committed these crimes. Look, I'm finished here, but let's go dancing tonight. Okay, Tony, pick me up at my apartment. Go on ahead. I want to look around here a while. Alone, Gail makes a startling discovery. Just jeepers and creepers. It's the mark of a cloven hoof. Cloven hooves. The smell of brimstone. What is this, reader? Gail isn't sure, but she's plenty scared, and when a trail of hoof prints leads to a hidden cave, stand by for danger. Bones! I want out. This is no place for me. Those hoof marks, it must be just some animal. It's gotta be that, but I'm going home. While the going's good. Later, at home. Creak. That you, Tony? Just wait out there. Be right with you. Aye! So, pretty one, you fear the living ghost, eh? No need. I could have killed you easily back in my cave, but you were too beautiful, so I merely followed you here. It took me a while to make up my mind. But I've decided that you're mine, so I came to take you. You'll need this coat. I travel to many places that are cold. Ha ha! What what are you going to do? Watch. You'll find much to admire in me. I am not like ordinary mortals. Ah, we must travel thus, my dear. It wouldn't do to let people see my face and live to tell of it. Help! Help! And when Tony arrives, merciful heavens, what's happened here? The living ghost. And Gail gone. If this is her idea of a joke, then a frightful discovery. Holy smoke! A face so terrible that it's etched itself into the mirror. A face that's out of the grave. Then, then supernatural forces do exist. Something beyond life itself is at work, and it's got Gail. What, what am I going to do? Yes, Tony, what are you going to do? You, a mere mortal, against a spectral force of deadly evil. Well, first step, at the Institute for Psychic Research. This face, Dr. Van Dyke, have you ever seen it? Do the words living ghost mean anything to you? Good heavens, yes. According to ancient legends, the living ghost is an age-old apparition, the personification of black evil itself. Back at the beginning of the world, when Satan, the fallen angel, was driven into banishment, Malevo, his chief lieutenant, basically even more evil than his master, was condemned to wander the world in human shape forever, striking terror into the hearts of mortals. And men know him as the living ghost. It's said that once in every century he walks the world again, sowing evil, murder in his wake. And now it's come to pass. You've got to help me find him, Doctor. You've got to. Brace yourself, Tony. There's nothing that can be done. He's only part human. The rest is ghost. And no human can combat the supernatural. But take this ancient church relic, a petrified olive branch. According to legend, it has the power to render a ghost mortal. Use it if you should ever catch up with him. Thanks, Doc. Meanwhile, what of Gail? Please, why have you brought me here? Because never through the centuries have I seen beauty like yours. Never one more fit to share my great powers. You shall join us, the Legion of the Undead, as my queen. No, no, keep away, you foul beast. So you scorn me. You'll change your mind gladly when you see an example of my powers. Come, O dread and evil dead. Come to me, O Satan's host. Bring doom and gloom from moldy tomb. Approach the living ghost. Can a weird incantation pierce the veil of the unknown? Bring the long dead to the service of a ghostly master? Watch. From every quarter, the hosts of age-old evil. Meanwhile, Tony isn't giving up. Desperately hunting for some sign of the living ghost trail, he searches the scene of the last murder, and suddenly he sees, huh, holy Hannah, what? They're specters, inhuman, and if they're here, the living ghost must be nearby. I'll follow them, but I've got to keep hidden. Pursuit to the cave of evil, peering within. Oh, no, no! Tell me I'm dreaming. O legion of the condemned, on! Nevermore will she who can rule with me doubt my powers. Help! Help! There's nothing I can do against that unholy mob, unless I take this long chance on slipping in unrecognized, a coating of mud. And here goes. Aye! They'll think I'm one of them. I hope. Now, if I can only get to Gail, make her understand. No, no, keep away. Oh, please don't. Shut up, you idiot. Listen, it's me, Tony. Pretend to play along with the head ghoul. Tell him you'll do anything he wants, if he'll get rid of his little playmates. With the light of a wild hope dawning in her eyes. Please, I'll rule with you. Do anything you want, if only you'll get rid of these awful creatures. I thought you'd see things my way, finally. Watch. Back to the slime from whence you came, back to death, decay, back to fire and to flame, your master speaks. Obey. What? All gone, but you? Then you're not a spirit, you're a mortal man. So I've been tricked, eh? You fools think that you could fight a superhuman power? There's only one answer. Death. Steady, Gale. We've got a slim chance yet. The talisman Dr. Van Dyke gave me. Ah! Tony, it stopped him. It's an ancient church relic and it's made the living ghost mortal. Mortal, yes, but your little weapon hasn't robbed me of the giant strength I've carried with me down through the centuries. You'll die knowing that. Come ahead, ghost, I'm not afraid of you. It's man to man now. See what I mean? Pow! Ha ha! My turn now, earthling. Let me go. Die, fool, die. Oh, Tony, I've got to do something. Take that. Bam. The next moment, you who could have been my queen are, good heavens, wham. Then, before the living ghost can recover, there, that'll hold him until the police can pick him up. The Daily Bugle, living ghost condemned to death. And on the night of the execution, but as the switch is thrown, hey, what's happening to him? His body, it's fading. He's gone. The living ghost disappeared. And as the dread tidings are flashed throughout the nation, we thought that the talisman had made him mortal, but it was only temporary. In the end, his giant supernatural powers were too much for it. And now he's on the loose again, a deadly specter lusting for revenge. But don't worry, Gale. Come what may, I'll be at your side protecting you. Ha ha! Don't worry, Gale. It won't do you any good if I strike. You'll die screaming. And you, dear reader, I've got a special fate in store for you. It's all in the next issue, so start trembling. The end. Join me again next time for another story.